You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
I don't do that.
Yeah,
Welcome, everybody. This is Mel with Toast of the Town with Kristi and Mel. And you are at the best part of your Wednesday. That's right. We are going to, we've got a late start on the day, but we are going to cross the border into hump day with hump hour and all that good stuff. And you are on the downhill side of the week.
Almost.
Well, hi, Kristi.
Hi, how are you?
I am fabulous.
Good. Hey, I just got a breaking news alert, though. Thought I would go ahead and share it.
Yeah.
There's a shelter in place that's being issued in areas west of the Exxon plant fire in Baytown. So if you know anybody that's there, just FYI, there's a plant fire going down there. So keep your heads about you. But other than that, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous day.
It's a gorgeous day. Been a busy week.
And your hair is gorgeous today.
You know,
and I'm so sorry everybody can't see it today. We've got a little glitch. Thank you Windows for the update.
Yes.
Anyway, but tell them about your hair. It's just fabulous.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's got a clip in it. And so that's it. But it's easier and a little cooler because it's we had some really great, nice, cool days there for a bit, and now it's
spoiled me
back into the heat, getting up into the hundreds, which means, of course, with the with the temperatures going back up, it always gets us more aware of hurricane season that we're in the midst of. So for those of you that might have some questions about how prepared you are for hurricane season.
I think there's something coming up.
Yeah, the Conroe Chamber of Commerce is having a lunch tomorrow from 11:30 to 1 on hurricane preparedness. You can go to conroe.org if you would like to sign up for that, because that is tomorrow.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
You sound very officious, like you know something special about it. Is it going to
be? No, I don't know anything about hurricanes.
Okay. Miss Harvey. It seems so inappropriate to make you the queen of a hurricane, but I honestly we should have.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, exactly. Hush.
Depends on who you ask. Anyway,
Lumberjack, we have not yet introduced you. Keep your hand down.
It is really a great day here in Conroe, and of course we're wrapping up summertime and getting ready for back to school.
Yes.
Kids are getting busy. Football camps and cheer camps start next week, and we're rolling fast towards first day of school.
I know, and just in case everybody's wondering, Annie has a shipment from Amazon coming in today that involves a backpack and a lunch kit and a pencil bag, and she is so excited she doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, we're not quite to that point yet, but Katie did take it upon herself to decide to clean out her closet, her drawers, everything all on her own. Apparently, she wants to go shopping, so
I think that's fab. Yeah. I really do. I think that's fabulous.
I appreciate the efforts anyway.
Well, we will one more shipment after this one, and we'll have everything in.
You're a step ahead of me.
Well,
or 5.
Because my gosh, I don't have time to take 3 days and go to the mall.
I understand. Yeah.
Like we used to do when we were in school.
Yeah.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
Kind of. I always fought with my mom. Anyway, I was not a good kid. Brian Dawson is with us today.
When you were in school, you went to the Sears and Roebucks.
We didn't have a Sears and Roebucks. We had a Wieners.
Yes, exactly. Yes, Wieners.
That's it.
Do you even remember Wieners, Brian?
I do, actually.
You do. Jenna's dad was an ad salesman for that. We got to be in commercials and Wieners commercials.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Big deal.
I know. Well,
That's right.
I mean, some people have their 15 minutes of fame on Wieners commercials.
I think we should just go ahead and move on.
Yeah, just move on.
Because this is going downhill fast.
Yes, it
anyway,
is.
It's been a while since we had our little lumberjack join us.
I know, it has. And he almost thought he wasn't invited. But I had to correct that. Yes, welcome, lumberjack. He's swatting flies, people. Yeah. Okay, how are you, lumberjack?
Better than I deserve.
That's true.
It's kind of my state of existence.
Nah. So, what happy things are going on in your world? Note, it said happy. Okay.
Wait, I've got something to add to that. I'm going to answer this for you. We're on the short timeline for football season starting up.
Seriously, 5 weeks.
Jeez.
5 weeks. we had, y'all know, because y'all pick on me about it. I sit on the board of our alumni association, and the new football coach and the new AD have been doing some things this year, and they've done them here locally in Houston, and it's been really cool to see the different ideas. Anybody that's ever been to our stadium knows it's a smaller stadium. I mean, I think Wood Forest Stadium is bigger than ours to some degree in some levels. But one of the things it's lacking is suites, and so they're bringing in.
Yeah.
They're bringing what?
Nothing.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They're bringing in these mobile mini suites, and so they're taking mobile. There's a company out there that takes mini storages, 20-foot mobile storages, and they convert them, and they make it's basically a mobile suite that
And
can.
they
come
lift
and
them
drop
up in
it?
the air.
No, they'll sit in the end zone just outside the end line. So they put in line. They've got the end line, and then they put about 10 yards, and they put up and then they put these suites, and you can go up on they're air conditioned. They've got a bar for people to eat and drink and whatnot, and you can also go up on top. So you can go up. So about 8 feet in the air, and you can sit up there and watch the game from up there. And so we're adding 5 or 6 of those to the end line of the stadium.
So what do those go for? I'm just dying to know.
Yeah, they've been doing a couple of different things. I think they go for 20. I think it's somewhere around 20 grand for the year, which because we play much like A&M, y'all have a home games every other year that's not technically at home. It's at Jerry World. We have one too. So this year it's fallen on us. So technically we have 5 home games, but only 4 in NAC. So because we have the Battle of the Piney Woods and we're the home team this year at NRG, so we won't have it there. But that's why it's kind of fluid.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, our good friend Senator Brandon Creighton is now working with a lot of universities here in the state. With
Chairman
their
of the Higher
funding.
Ed Committee in the Senate.
Exactly, and working on some great initiatives for them. So I'm sure they're taking a look at some of these options too for universities, because that's I would think a great income builder.
Right.
To help fund different programs and such too.
And it offsets. It offsets the cost that goes with it. We at our level of athletics, so many of our sports are not full scholarship sports, baseball, soccer, things like that, and football is not a moneymaker in athletics. There's only, I think, 3 universities. I think it's A&M, Texas, and Tech, maybe, public universities that actually make money on their football program. So looking for these other ways to offset some of that cost and provide and do goes a long way. So, and they came up with our growth numbers and from a comparative standpoint, and, we're sitting at just under 4% growth, which is 3 points over the state average for state universities. So,
yeah, it's pretty exciting though. But let's just get down to it though. The most exciting thing is that football season's coming.
It's football season's coming. We start with Baylor, which is funny to hear our coach talk about it.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I took the job, and then they told me my first game was Baylor. So he's been joking at all these events because we've played Baylor 6 times in the history of the program. We've never scored a point. Never scored a point. So he's friends with the Baylor coach. And so one of the events they did was a coaches conference down at George R. Brown, and he ran into the Baylor coach. And he told him, he said, look, I just want you to know, if for some reason you fumble on your end of the field, and we've got an all-conference kicker, which we do, he said, I'm going for the 3 points, and we will dogpile. He said, because we're going to break that record.
We're doing this.
We're doing it. And
I
so,
love that.
he's just a good West Texas boy that came to us from A&M Commerce. So, but it's fun to hear him tell us. He's like, he has no qualms about it. He said, we will kick that field goal.
That's awesome. Well, tomorrow marks 4 weeks till the Aggies home opener against Texas State, which is where my nephew goes to school, or one of my nephews goes to school. So that'll be fun. But yeah, it's right here upon us.
Texas A&M's playing Texas State. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Preseason.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's really. What else is going on great in your world?
Great. The weather that we've had the last month and a half has really helped business. So my business, y'all know up and down around the waterways, but we've had so much water. We've had so much, flood waters and things like
Management.
that. Everything's been, held underwater to try and stop some of that water from going out. So, other than that's good. moving fast and forward. We got 24 days before the SOT show, which everybody that knows me knows I'm a huge Jason Boland fan.
Yes.
And he's going to be there with Cody Canada and Mike McClure at Pacific Yard House. And I have followed Jason Boland all over the state of Texas for 20 plus years. Been probably thrown out of one or two of his concerts.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting though to have them here.
But to have them here, and I've watched some videos of this tour that they do, and I know y'all seen them.
Mm-hmm.
But to have them sitting there and telling the stories, and to about writing the song, and especially some of the older ones that I quote unquote grew up on. It's fun. It's gonna be a great environment. It's gonna be a great show. Tickets are still available at friendsofconroe.com.
Yeah, they're going quicker though.
They are going quick.
If you want to reserve table, or if you want to get with some of your friends, you better hurry up and do it.
I think there were a few. I had it on good authority that recently there were still a few upfront tickets left, but I think those may be getting sucked up pretty quick.
Yeah, so if you go to friendsofconroe.com, you can get your tickets. Go ahead and reserve them right there online. You can pick your seats, makes it nice and easy. They're all one price, so get them now while you can get the best seats for the same prices.
Absolutely.
Standing up in the back.
Yes, I was looking through them the other day, and there were a few up front, but by and large, I think they're
going
those are
quickly.
mostly gone.
They're going quickly. Also going on the 24th too is our friends over at Community Assistance Center is having their I don't remember how many years, their duck race, their annual 12th annual duck race. Look, they even gave me some rubber duckies.
I love it.
Aren't they so cute?
They're cute.
Anyway, so that's coming up too, and you can. So if you want to go
You're
support them, you can do that, and then come over to SOT and party with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want me to
it's a full
finish
day.
my background music?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's going to be a heck of a show. I'm getting giddy over it.
Yeah, it's
You're
going to
getting
be
giddy.
And getting giddy.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun.
He's from Texas, y'all.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's coming up, and then not far behind that will be Catfish Festival.
And what a roll in, given the lineup that's been secured for festival, going from Boland, Cody, and Mike McClure, who are staples in the size and the success of this genre of music, to then rolling into Saturday night with Pat Green and Kevin Fowler, and then Friday night though having Mike Ryan and Randall King, who are two of the biggest up and comers.
Absolutely.
It's
And if you want a preview of that, you can come out to the First Thursday concert that's free tomorrow night at Heritage Park, because
Yes,
Randall King is going to be playing
gonna
live.
be there.
and I've told this story, and I'll tell you again. Randall King played festival last year, and I was not a big fan of Randall King.
I became one that night.
You and I talked about it.
Yeah.
We sat right over there from the
right
window.
that corner. Uh-huh.
And he puts on a show.
He does.
He puts on
He
a
was
heck of a
awesome.
show.
He was awesome.
And so if
I got a picture with him. I'm excited.
I think I have a
is
picture
the
of you with everybody on
restraining
my camera from last year.
is the restraining order still in place?
I know that expired a while back.
So no, he does. He's very engaging, and you're right. If you have any questions or you think you may not be a fan, it's a great Thursday night's a great time to come.
Bring a lawn chair. It's
Bring
free.
a lawn chair. It's free.
Yeah.
You'll leave a fan, I promise.
Yeah, I think it starts
Yes.
at 7.
Or I'll refund your ticket price to first Thursday.
I like that kind of guarantee. That's really good. Yeah, but yeah, that'll be coming up really quick, and be sure and check out the Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival website. Get that full lineup.
Not just the
schedule, too.
website. I have it on good authority that the app, not only do they have an app, but the app will be updated here in the near future.
Yeah, next
where
couple days.
You can do everything there, and you can buy your tickets, and you don't have to keep up with tickets.
Hold on just a second. Brian has a connection to Sounds of Texas. I don't know if you were aware of that.
I did
Brian
not.
Yeah, he does. He has a connection. So if he says it's going to happen,
Yeah.
it's going to happen. Go ahead, Brian.
I know people.
So yeah, that is on my to-do list. Just FYI, it's coming soon. Coming soon.
Now that I put it on the radio, there's no pressure.
Yeah, right. I know.
But it is a convenient way for people to buy their tickets, keep up with the lineup, and not have to. And
It
they
is.
usually get a discount, I think.
Yes, and not only that, but you can actually upload any photos that you take at the Catfish Festival, and they will end up on our Facebook page. So be sure and do that too.
Really?
It's all available through the app, which is on both the
I could
Google
become a
Play
famous
and Apple
photographer.
Store. Yeah, you could be. But yeah, so that's really exciting. Catfish Festival coming up
Well,
October 11th, 12th,
and
and
I
13th.
will throw it out there too, just because we're far enough out that we are. I think last I heard there were still some sponsorship opportunities available for any local businesses
absolutely.
that want to support, all the nonprofits that Friends of Conroe supports, the scholarships that they provide. Let us know. There's all kinds of levels of sponsorships. Let us know. Be happy to
Great ways
connect
to get
you
involved.
with that information.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those interesting things too that most people don't realize that Catfish Festival, all of the proceeds, every dollar that's spent actually goes back into different charities, into high school scholarships, into supporting different people
Right,
here in
local.
Montgomery County area.
Local.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody's like sitting out here getting rich off throwing a big old party.
Well, and if you there's a lot of people that do scholarships, and that's great, and we need to continue to do that, and we want to grow that. But the other thing that will touch you if you don't believe the impact of showing up to a festival like the Catfish Festival do is show up on Thanksgiving and see the number of people that get a Thanksgiving meal because of the work that they help do.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, was the number nearly 3,000 last year?
Yeah, over 3,000.
Over
About
3,000 last
3,500
year
people.
in this community in downtown Conroe that were given a hot meal on Thanksgiving Day. These are volunteers that gave up their holiday to make sure that those less fortunate got a hot meal on Thanksgiving.
It really is my favorite day of the year. It really is. Yeah. it's a
And
great
you
time.
don't know happiness till you see
Yep.
till you see that. So
It's a great time.
Very good.
It's a great time, and we love Friends of Conroe, and can't wait to just keep spreading that message and making sure everybody comes out because it's going to be a good time.
Well,
It's gonna be
we have lots of other activities coming up.
Yes, we do.
And you have a list of them over there.
Well, our friend Caleb that was here with Caleb and the Homegrown Tomatoes,
Yes.
he has his show coming up at Do-Si Do
He's
on
a
August
cutie pie.
15th. Such a great guy.
He is.
Really great singer-songwriter here
And
locally.
happy
And
and
happy.
funny.
I know. Just
Just
pleasant.
like him. Go ahead.
And but anyway, so he's going to be playing at Do-Si Do on August 15th. You can go ahead and get those tickets too. And one more thing, since we've been on this music kick, that I want to touch on before we take a break. Our great friend, hometown boy, Scott Brown with the Scooter Brown Band, got an amazing honor last night and played the Grand Ole Opry. For the first time,
Aw. I just got chill bumps.
all of the reviews, all of the comments have talked about how they just killed it. They did a fantastic job. So congratulations, Scott, Vicky, everybody with the Scooter Brown Band. Congratulations. I think it's just such an amazing accomplishment for somebody
Yes,
that's in music.
absolutely.
And I still have one of the cats that I adopted from Scott and Vicky.
Aw.
And but anyway, so a big deal. So congratulations to Scooter Brown Brand on playing the Grand Ole Opry because wow, what an amazing opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think we're getting ready to take a break.
Yes.
And we're going to come back. We've got a few more things we're going to talk about, including some things that are going on today and this week down the road.
Yes.
That we want to definitely touch on. If you are heading out for lunch, make sure you're tuned in to 104.5 or 106.1 FM if you're here in the Conroe area, or go to irlonestar.com, listen to us live. You can also get us on Facebook and on YouTube. So make sure that you're tuning in. This is Toast of the Town with Kristi and Mel, and we will be right back.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julie and Shay here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a non-profit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3673. 3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio. A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Melanie with Toast of the Town with Kristi and Mel. And we have lots more information going on today. Kristi was just the boy right before that last break. You were just on a roll. You had us going.
Well, I know. And you know what I think we should do? Because we haven't been doing
yes.
this. We should toast the Friends of Conroe
Absolutely.
and their awesomeness as
Yes.
doing such great things for our community and bringing also great live music here to downtown Conroe.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much. I really was just thirsty, but you know.
Do y'all need a room?
Huh?
Do y'all need a room?
Oh, hush. So we've got a few more things coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some stuff down in spring. You know, Commissioner James Nowak down in the Woodlands is Commissioner of Precinct 3. And he works pretty hard at his job. He really does.
In
keeps
all
up.
aspects of his job,
Right.
not just making sure
Absolutely.
traffic's flowing and roads are taken care of, but you know he always uses his platforms to really share information. So, you know, even if you don't live in Precinct 3, it's a really good idea
It's
to
great to
follow
follow him.
because he always is sharing information because we're all traveling through there at some time or another.
Absolutely. Anyway, so this Saturday they're going to have a grand reopening of the Spring Creek Greenway
Nature Center. Yes.
Right. Anyway, he has been sort of heading all the publicity up around that and getting people headed
it's a
in the
big
right
deal.
direction.
You-
It is.
Well, a lot of people think, hey, Harvey was 2 years ago.
Right.
But if you look at the long-term effects, this is still post-Harvey renovations that they were coming through and fixing. So, this is the long-term effects of hurricanes and everything. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting, and it's going to be supposedly a beautiful weekend for everybody to come out and celebrate. And
That's great.
and get
That's
outside.
awesome. I think if especially if you've got kids, especially if you've got
Get them
kids,
outside and off of
get
Fortnite.
Exactly. Yeah. Amen. Keep them off of Fortnite. Take them to the Spring Creek Greenway
Yes.
Nature Center. Anyway,
I might just take mine there and just drop them off. Say,
and
enjoy the nature.
and say, look for Uncle James.
Yes. Go find
Anyway,
it.
so what else have we got?
So we've got, we had Gail and Amanda on
Right.
a couple of weeks ago talking about the Celebrate Your Life organization. They're actually going to come back next week and update
Oh,
everybody
good.
on the status because their
They're
photo
so
shoot,
nice.
their photo shoot's coming up on August the 10th and 11th. It's coming up quick. That's going to be at Glade Cultural Arts Center, and it's this big, beautiful photographic extravaganza where we celebrate cancer survivors, and it's a lot of fun. So, but that's coming up on the 10th. And then, of course, we've got Real Men of Montgomery County, hosted by Conroe Chamber, coming up on the 15th. And that's always a good time. And
Do we know if some of our favorite clients are going to participate?
You know what? I haven't seen
We need to get on the
list.
phone.
I know, we do. Start making those phone calls. I'm actually supposed to go talk to Courtney tomorrow, so I'll be getting an update on those list of participants. And but lots of great things coming up. Obviously, I'm working on the golf tournament for Bridgewood Farms.
I know.
I met a new friend. His name is David, and he is the new owner of River Plantation Golf Club.
Oh, wow.
And such a great guy. And if you have not been out there lately, they have
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful. They have given the whole place a facelift. It's been really awesome. So anyway, working on getting that planned for November, and just trucking right along.
we've got some political events coming up
Yes,
too.
we do.
We've got there's one in San Jacinto County for anybody who's concerned about sheriff's races over there. The last day of August, so that's a month from today, and then we have Clyde Vogel, who is running for Constable of Precinct 2. He is having an event on September the 12th, I believe. Yes. Anyway, that will be at Pacific Yard House. That'll be a great time. It's
Yep.
always fun.
Always a good time.
And Clyde is just so eager to visit with people and get to know
Yeah.
them and hear their opinions. And then we've got October 12th, we have a skeet shoot for County Judge Mark Keogh.
Yeah.
And that will be out at Blackwood Gun Club. And on a Friday morning, forgive me, everyone, the beginning day of
Catfish
Festival,
Festival. Yeah.
right? But it's gonna be early 8 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and we'll be done shortly afternoon. So we're gonna let Kristi go at about 11 though, so she can come back.
Yeah,
Visit.
and I tell
If
you
we
what
get
else.
her to show up.
So we also have a new event that we're going to be helping to promote, and
What's
it's going to
that?
be the WISE conference coming up on September the 25th.
Oh, yay.
It's a great,
Yeah.
wonderful opportunity for women to come together. All kinds of wonderful, supportive, inspirational
Right.
speakers. Also a great opportunity to network. If you want to go to thewiseconference.com, you can actually get your tickets now. But we're excited to be a part of it this year.
I know.
Yeah.
Moxie loves
Moxie.
Moxie loves wisdom.
Yes. Yes, we do. But, one of the things that we've been talking about this morning is there's something going on down at the
Been a busy
Commissioner's
day.
Court. Yes, it has been a busy day.
It was certainly an entertaining morning on live streaming.
Yeah.
No, they're in the middle of budget hearings.
Yeah. And it's a great time for people to get engaged with how our tax dollars
because
are
it's
spent.
because it's exactly because
Well,
it's interesting.
come January, everybody gets their tax bill and everybody, gets upset, or maybe not, but most people get upset because they get that bill, that
Right,
big
right.
notification. Well, this is where that number comes from. It's two parts. It's the spending side of it, and this is the tax rate side of it. We haven't gotten to the public hearings part on the tax rate, but they are the divvying up, cutting up the pie, if you will.
Yeah.
And you get to hear from each. The interesting thing to me is we have a budget office now that we didn't have previously, and Amanda has put in a lot of work, and you can tell by listening to the department heads and elected officials that will attest to and you also see that when they get there and they get to the budget, it's been pretty streamlined for most of those people.
So I'm going to interrupt you just a second. You just said Amanda, and who is Amanda?
The head of the budget office, the new central budget office.
Okay. Do you happen to know her last name?
I don't.
No, you can.
No.
Good.
No, I don't.
I like that. She's an awesome person.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'd tell you her last name if I knew it.
Yeah.
But obviously very knowledgeable because everybody
is.
has also attested to how integral she has been on helping the different departments develop their budgets.
Right.
But also finding unique ways to offset incurring costs,
Right.
increase, or as we grow, we have some higher costs on certain things, and we've transitioned. One of the things that they talked a lot about was we've transitioned some of our law enforcement from car stipends to county-owned cars, which is an asset for the county, but then you have that replacement cost that comes with it, and
Right.
and so they're looking at some unique things to offset that so that we don't.
Well, and there are a lot of new things going on. We have a new purchasing department head, which is, it's
Well,
the
Gilbert's been there.
suggestion.
Gilbert's been there a while. Head of purchasing, he's been there 3 years.
I'm sorry, auditor who
We have a
is
new auditor, a year.
helping oversee the purchasing, and that's been quite at first interesting and now almost gratifying.
Well, and I think it's really cool too because now it seems like we have the right group of people in place
Right.
that are doing basically what most of us have to do every day, which is, set a budget, get creative on how you're going to make it work.
Right.
And make the
Yeah.
most of your
Yeah.
dollars so you can actually, cover all the expenses and everything else going on. So it's nice to see them kind of reflecting those values in our county government as well.
And then I'm going to get on my soapbox, but it's also nice to see county, and y'all know, and people that know me know why county is so important to me, and I seem to be so engaged in it. But they're headed in the right direction financially at a time when you've got the city of Conroe that's looking to raise taxes on top of all the growth that they've got and what they're doing with their money and how the reaction to the different models.
Well, and then you've got the new Conroe ISD school bond that was just announced. Another proposition. The last one,
$600 million.
right? The last one
Is
was
it
just
really?
voted down, and they've put together a new package that they say is a little bit more streamlined. We'll see whenever we really start picking it apart and looking at it, but it is kind of interesting how these different tax entities affect your tax bill every year. So,
But the verbiage that's coming out of it is concerning because there's been, and I haven't seen it, but there's been suggestions that it's been said that if don't pass it, taxes are going to go up, and if that's coming out of the school district's leadership, then that's very, very unfortunate because that's not the approach we need to have.
Right.
So, like I said, I have not personally seen it, but if that is in fact true, it's disappointing.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how things kind of develop. And again, it's a really good reason why you should pay attention to these budget hearings because, that is something you can obviously affect, not only, by keeping an eye on things and having your say, but also when you go to the voter box next time and you can determine who is going to be making those decisions.
Well, and there's been a lot of talk about how they're managing our growth, which has been very intriguing to hear. There was a interesting discussion this morning. I'm going to put my nerd hat on, but about crime statistics and how they're reported, and that some of the reporting isn't required, but it's based on, but the grants are dictated by it. So the federal government uses grants, but it's not required. And who's going to keep those statistics? Because the sheriff's department only keeps it for the sheriff's department, but who's going to keep it for the constables? Because what the federal government looks at is the total
for the county.
The county. So trying to figure out who's going to pick up the shortfall for the 5 constables departments. And, Commissioner Nowak made the point today. He said, look, obviously this is important, and I'm paraphrasing, but obviously this is important, but we don't want to have 5 people and 1 in each of the constables off. We want to make sure that we're doing this the most efficient way as possible. And so I think they're looking at, I got distracted, so I didn't see the final outcome, but I think what they're looking is they've got someone in the IT department that helps with some of these crime statistics to streamline that.
Well, and the purpose of bringing all this up is that we, the 3 of us, are all active in local government, and we think that you ought to be individually, you ought to be interested in your county and what's going on and how it's happening. And we understand that you cannot, take a week out of your summer to go sit in budget hearings.
You don't have to.
And exactly, and that's the point I'm getting at. But they also understand that you can't, and so it's now streaming online, and it has been for a couple of years. But you guys, you owe it to yourself to go and watch all of the hearings and all of the budget workshops. I think
and it's real easy, mctx.org, and you can watch it live there. You can even be working and have it playing in the background, just like you have your iTunes or whatever. But it's a really good opportunity just to kind of hear what's going on. And, there's some interesting discussions. Commissioner Nowak brought up a good point today about possibly eliminating an office, and having those discussions to help streamline the county budgets. And, I just think it's really interesting conversation. It's a good thing for people to be aware of.
That's one of the things that came up with during the discussions of creating the budget office was, did it duplicate services? And if it did, how do we offset it? But, I think the budget office has shown what their value is to the county in the sense that, they're extremely prepared to show how they're setting the budget and helping the department heads and elected officials get those budgets together, but also look for solutions that save money long term. And I think they're showing their value there. But I was running when that came up, and that was one of the things that was mentioned and everybody agreed upon was, to get rid of those offices. And so it's nice to see that being followed up. We saw some hemming and hawing on it by some folks, but to see that conviction to say, look, we talked about this, we need to look at it and move forward. And it looks like they're going to, we may see at least go to the voters, at least be taken to the voters. And I think that's what's important for the people of Montgomery County to know is whatever you read, whatever happens, the process for this is not quick, number one. Number two, it's not without their direct input. The legislature would have to pass enabling legislation to send it to the ballot box to have the people of Montgomery County vote on it. So I think the earliest that could be would be like November 2021.
Yeah.
It's
not going to happen immediately, certainly.
No,
but it's very interesting. I think only a half a dozen counties have done this. The realization that there's the old adage that government never trims itself down. It self fulfills and grows. And we may see the opposite. Not only that, but the people of Montgomery County may have the opportunity to have a direct say on, do they want their government to be smaller or do they want to keep it?
Right.
Well, and that's one of the things that we preach all the time is get involved, pay attention to what's going on, take advantage of your right to vote, and actually make educated voting decisions.
Not to be on a tangent, but this is an interesting thing that came up, and I hope we have enough time, but there is going to be a constitutional amendment that's on the ballot about the income tax, and be very careful how you
read it.
Be careful how you read it, because it will protect us against affirm our commitment against an income tax. But if you don't read it correctly, you could very easily vote incorrectly. So
very interesting,
because there's very strict on how they can word that, and so be very, very careful and straightforward about how you read that.
So the explanation is what you are voting on is the amendment. Do you want the amendment? Do you not want the amendment? The amendment very simply says we don't want income tax. So do you want the amendment? Yes. You are not voting for an income tax. You're voting for the amendment that says no income tax. So go ahead when you see the income tax question about the amendment.
Vote yes for the
vote
no.
For yes for the no.
That's
Exactly.
that's going to go. Vote yes for the no is going to go right up there with participation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Powers in the
Powers in the
participation.
participation. That's
Yeah.
it.
Still going on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, but obviously those budget hearings are going to be going on for
All week.
all week long.
Unless
so-
they finish. I mean, they
Yeah.
could theoretically finish early, but I imagine they'll go through Friday morning.
Yeah. So, take it upon yourself. Go to mctx.org. Take advantage of this great service that the county brings
Sure.
to us so that we can pay attention to what's going on.
And if you hesitate to do it, just remember your tax dollars are paying for it. Get in there and absorb it.
Yes, we're the bosses.
Yes, we are.
We're
We
the
are.
bosses.
It's important,
Mm-hmm.
and that was pointed out today. It was.
Yep. Yep. So many great things going on.
I know. Anyway,
I know. And with our little, technical difficulties that we had, we're kind of getting down to the wire and almost to the end of the show already. And I feel like we just got started.
I know. So
He's saying we can go late.
Oh, really?
really?
Yay! I was like getting all nervous because
But y'all forgot y'all's 12:30, ceremony that you do.
Hold
We
on,
do.
Wait, everybody. Let's
wait.
take.
So can we toast and then take a
Toast
quick
and then
break
take a
and then
quick
come
break?
back and wrap it up and
Excellent.
have some good time? So here's to surviving.
There it is.
Oh, thank goodness! It's been a long week already. I even said today when I woke up, it feels like it should be Thursday already. Yeah. Anyway, if you're tuning in, stay with us a little bit after the 1 o'clock hour. We're going to be back with Toast of the Town with Kristi and Mel. So just hang tight.
Does your company have needs that can be met by an employee who is dependable, hardworking, enthusiastic, motivated, cooperative, respectful, and punctual? Conroe Independent School District Special Education Department can meet your needs by connecting you with potential employees that have been preparing for a lifetime of employment. We have numerous individuals seeking paid and unpaid work experiences. If your company is interested in seeing how we can meet your business needs, call Conroe ISD Special Education Department to find the best employees for you at 936-709-7671.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris. And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your questions. Get seen on TV, YouTube, and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Support your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Mel of Kristi and Mel, because we have Toast of the Town.
I know. And I also have ducks.
I know. I love the ducks. They're
Aren't they
so
cute?
cute.
It's a quacking good time.
Oh, I know. I like the glasses, too.
Aren't they
They're
so cute?
fresh.
I know. I should put, you know what?
So why do
I
you
got-
have
let's
those?
look-
Remind me.
Well, because our good friends over at the Community Assistance Center is
Mm-hmm.
having their 12th annual duck race, and it's really fun. And so you buy some ducks,
Yeah.
and they've got numbers on them, and then they throw them down the water slide, and they come swimming out, and they draw them for prizes.
I need a duck.
I know, and they're the cutest things. And so Jennifer and Kathy and that whole crew over at CAC, they are gearing up for this. It's going to be August 24th. If you go to duckrace.com/thewoodlands, you can actually purchase these online. They do have some sponsorships still available, but if you're not familiar with CAC, they help with assistance with anything from bill pay to helping people pay their rent to helping people get financially more stable. Finding jobs, all of these great things. They even have a great resale shop where they give out vouchers so people can buy things that they need. And all of these cute little duckies get to go to support those great causes. You don't get to keep the rubber ducky with the number on it, though. But I guarantee if you get in touch with our good friends over there, they will hook you up with a ducky if you mention that you heard about it right here on Toast of the Town with Kristi and Mel.
You got it in.
Yeah, you can email Kathy at cac-mctx.org, and you can get all of those great information, and you get to play with the duckies.
Love it.
I know. They even gave me a necklace. I know.
Wait a minute.
You're jealous. I know.
What is this?
But it really is a good fun time to come out and enjoy. And like I said, you can come out, have some fun, support a great charity, and then come to the Sounds of Texas show and support another great charity. And what's really great is Friends of Conroe actually supports our Community Assistance Center because we worked really close with them during Harvey, and we've worked closely with them for years and have supported them. So anyway, so.
So all of the good people in town are linked together somehow, and that you know, I kid. I shouldn't kid. It's very true. All of the good organizations, of the nonprofits, and the people that help run those are all very closely linked together, and they all work to help each other too.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to get involved and have a good time.
Absolutely. So we've got lots coming up.
We do. We've
got political races out the wazoo.
We've got events, great community events that are coming up, including a great one that we're working on for the Heritage Museum in Montgomery County.
And you know what we haven't mentioned?
What's that?
We haven't mentioned the golf tournament. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget it all.
Well, I brought it in a little bit.
Give thanks.
Oh, yeah, Blake Wilcox
Like,
and
yeah.
Blake and
Like,
Emily's
yeah.
Give Thanks
They came,
out at Wood
on the
Forest.
show last year, and we got to talk about all the great things
We
they
might
did.
have to invite him back. I
I
kind
think
of
we
like
absolutely
her.
should.
I
Oh, they're
like her.
great. I like them both.
Well, I like them both, but I mean, I just thought she was cool.
And they're lumberjacks.
Oh
Well,
God.
you know, everybody's got to have a flaw.
Exactly.
But that is a really great organization
Yeah,
they
it
put
is.
together,
It
and a
is.
great golf tournament as
And
well.
they've got all kinds of stuff coming up.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and that I will say this. So they do a gun every year that they've partnered with Saddle River and does a great job supporting that charity. And this year's usually it's been a long gun. This year it's a handgun, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It is. If you believe that things like that can be a work of art, it is a work of art.
We'll have to share
So,
that on our Moxie page.
I
They
know.
they do a great job, and they help a lot of people with the money, not just the money they raise, but the food. I mean, the literal tons of food that they collect and is dispersed within Montgomery County through the Stonebridge Food Pantry is amazing. So
Well, I think that's awesome.
It really is amazing what can happen when a small group of people come together and decide to do something to help their communities. The impact is immeasurable. It is really so great.
yeah, and I think that golf tournament is getting full. So if you want to play in that golf tournament, I think I saw just a handful of spots. I think I saw it posted recently. So.
And the other thing is that we have passed our 1 year anniversary. We, as in Moxie,
I know
you,
we
me,
didn't have a
Moxie.
party. We need to have a party.
We should.
We need to have a party.
We can just attach it onto the end of something we're already doing.
I know,
We've got
'cause
so
we're kinda
much.
busy.
Like in
Yeah.
October, I think it'd be a good time.
Well, I was
Well,
kind of
there's
thinking.
Catfish
I was
Festival,
thinking.
you know.
I was thinking August 24th, after. Really. So anyway, but we have crossed that 1 year mark, and we have made great strides and all that kind of stuff. But we're trying some new things. We're testing out
Absolutely.
new things. not only for promoting our clients and all those things that we do, but also because it's technology hell around here anyway. But anyway, we've got all kinds of things going on.
Yeah.
We've got new things coming to our webpage. We've got things coming to the radio show. We've got calendars that are fixing to start popping up.
And not only that, but we do such work all the time for so many other organizations. But don't forget, if your community event, your organization, anything that you have going on, if you have some branding that you want to expand on, or you need some great work getting the word out, give us a holler over at Moxie Innovative.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna take care of you and make sure that we get you all
We're
squared
gonna
away.
make sure Melanie doesn't talk for you. Absolutely.
But yeah, so go and check us out. Moxie Innovative. We always have a lot of fun.
We do.
We like to stay positive and bring the best of Montgomery County, which is how we came up with Toast of the Town. You know what?
What?
I think we should toast ourselves.
I think we should.
Because I don't think we've ever done that.
Here's to Moxie.
Y'all are starting to remind me of.
No, hush.
Obviously, it is time for us to go.
It is. It is.
But it's been a wonderful day
It
to be
has been.
here and a great time in downtown Conroe. Don't forget to check out all the other great shows here on irlonestar.com.
Thank you, Brian, for being with us.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Our great producer. And what are you? You're everything.
Yeah,
You're
the captain of our ship.
Wait. You're everything to us.
Oh, that's wonderful.
To them, Dick. Not to me.
Anyway, be sure and like and follow the Moxie Innovative
Yes.
Facebook page. We're going to put some links up for all the things that we talked about today. Make sure you go to mctx.org. Listen to these budget hearings that are going on, because your power is in your participation.
Oh, there she goes.
There I go.
There she goes.
I know.
She sounded like a champ.
Thanks once again for joining us for Toast the Town with Kristi and Mel. We'll be back here next Wednesday at 12 noon, helping you get over the hump of the week.
Absolutely.
Yep, so join us then, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.